sale now. $3.99. Hello and welcome to the official Nintendo Magazine podcast number 20. I'm the editor Neil Long, and with me...
Hello, I'm Steve Hogarty, the deputy editor of this fine magazine.
Hello, I'm Tom East, the online editor of the website, Tom's website.
I am Chris Scullion, I am the games editor, and I like video games.
Hi, I'm Kevin Murphy, and I do all the good stuff, like the videos for Nintendo 3D.
You can't claim you do all the good stuff. That's quite a lot of stuff.
Well, you could have said what you wanted to.
Awesome. Well, we're here to talk about the new issue of Official Nintendo Magazine, which is on sale now. £3.99. This month is a very special, exciting month. Not only is it the launch of the Nintendo 3DS, we've redesigned and relaunched Official Nintendo Magazine with issue 37. To celebrate, there's a special 3D cover which you can only buy in W.H. Smith's and Tesco's. But enough of that. Here's what we've been playing. Action, adventure, platformer, role-playing game. Every genre. Action, adventure, platformer, role-playing game. Okay, so what we've been playing this month, it is the 3DS Reviews special, this issue. So we've got loads of them. Chris?
Yes.
I guess you did the sort of flagship launch title, Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition.
Yeah. It's good. It's essentially an almost identical port of Super Street Fighter 4, which was on Xbox and PlayStation 3. And it's if you've played those ones, you're a traitor. No, but it's good. It's got all the characters. It's got all the game modes from the kind of HD versions of the game. It's
How many characters are in there?
There's
loads,
35.
Right? That's a lot.
There's 25 in Street Fighter 4, and then they added another 10.
Yeah,
so there's 35, and yeah, some of the new ones are ridiculous.
Can you play them straight from the start?
Yeah.
You have to unlock them.
From the get-go.
They're all there from the get-go.
35 from the get-go.
Yeah.
Unlock?
Sorry?
So what do you unlock?
You unlock the skills necessary to defeat the world's finest fighters.
Oh, yeah, of course.
In other words, nothing. But well, there's a new kind of figure collecting mode where the more single player and online matches you win, you get like fight points, which you can then trade in for figures, and then that activates the whole Street Pass thing where if you walk past someone with a Street Fighter save, your figures will kick 7 shades of shenanigans out of their figures as well. So it's quite cool. It's something extra. But yeah, and overall, it's really good. It's the only kind of slight niggle is that the backgrounds are static and not moving, but that's the only.
Yeah,
that's literally the only kind of negative.
Where do you stand on circle pad versus D-pad?
Circle pad.
Really?
What about touch?
I don't mind that actually. I wouldn't use it a lot, but I like the fact when you're playing in like pro mode, you don't have to assign special moves to it, but you can still assign like 3 punches at the same time, because that can be a bit awkward pressing 3 punch buttons at the same time, which you need for some moves. So yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's.
I wrote a blog about using the touch control at the weekend and was expecting a barrage of abuse from people going, "You're rubbish." But
They were quite nice.
lots of people said, "Yeah, I'm going to do it as well," because it's their first Street Fighter. So
Yeah,
that was quite good.
that's cool.
Awesome. So that's the lead review. This issue, another highlight definitely is Nintendogs, Steve.
I love Nintendogs. Nintendogs plus cats.
Where's the cats?
Plus
Where's
cats.
the cats, Neil? Where's the cats?
I got the cats.
They made a massive deal about the cats, and then to my shock and horror, you're unable to choose a cat from the get-go. They need to be
cats from the
unlocked.
get-go.
No cats.
Nobody likes
from
cats,
the get-go.
though.
No
If you had the
cats
choice,
confirmed.
you go for a dog, wouldn't you?
This is
Yeah.
true.
Cats.
Every time.
Dogs are the more interesting pet in Nintendogs plus cats. I mean,
Yeah.
they haven't tried to shoehorn in any dog features into the cats because you can't take them for walks.
You can't.
You can't take them for walks.
You
No.
don't
Cats are
take cats for walks. do you?
Independent.
I've seen
beasts.
some. I've seen
Have you?
someone. There was a guy at the top of my street,
Oh,
Archie.
they sound
He
silly.
used to take his
Archie.
cat for
Crazy old Archie.
Crazy Archie, the cat walker.
That's what we called him. You know him?
I knew him before.
But
the
yeah, he used
incident.
to take his cat for a walk. I think that'd be.
Yeah, you can
I
get
feel
you can get kitty harnesses.
Can you carry around on your
Really?
shoulder?
No, you can't do anything like that.
That's why
They-
Nintendo never did Nintendo Cats.
Yeah,
They just did Nintendogs plus cats.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's,
It's
yeah,
not, it's
like you
not a lot
say,
you can do with cats. They're
cats are
sort
quite
of,
miserable.
They're like interactive furniture.
Yeah.
I think the guy who came up with Nintendo Dogs, the name, when they said, "Oh, we want to put cats," and he's like, "No, that doesn't work."
That ruins.
I come up with an amazing
Ruins the
name.
dog thing.
Don't spoil it. Oh God, we're just gonna put plus cats on it. Please don't spoil my legacy.
Missing the point. But
You're quite mean about cats in your review.
Yeah, I'm not a big cat fan, so I'm glad to see that as a dog fan, the game is still firmly focused on my desires when it comes to dog ownership,
Yeah.
which is
Selfish.
Yeah, it is entirely selfish. But of the 3DS launch titles, it is I think it is the only one to use like almost all of 3DS features. It uses augmented reality. It uses Spot Pass and Street Pass.
Yeah. And in brilliant ways as well.
Yeah, it's just really. We were using the AR cards. We were printing them out extra large to project life-size dogs into the world and stuff like that. It also works with the character card. So if you put down a Link card, your dog will appear wearing like a Link's cap and stuff like that. So you can you can try out all these different things. And
Really,
different,
really
It's
good.
really good.
different kinds of pets will have different, like if you have the Mario card, your cat might have a Luigi cap, but your dog might have the Mario cap. So yeah, it's great. And they're also used in the competitions as well. So when you have the obedience trials, where you're shouting commands, people don't understand. Or I haven't played Nintendogs before. It is an interactive pet simulator, so you can actually give voice commands. It uses the microphone to pick up voice commands, and they're trained to recognize your face as well and things like that. So yeah, use the AR card in the obedience trials to enhance the experience.
What happens if you go near it and just know your face? Like if I was messing around with your dog, would he know?
Well, see,
Easy.
We got quite different faces.
I tried showing it to you, Gav, and it didn't seem too fussed. I thought it might run away or something, or just maybe wet itself.
Gav's
I
got
thought it was one of them. It's him. He's come back for me.
He's quite hairy.
Yeah.
So if you like play it wearing like a balaclava or a ski mask, is that like hard mode because it doesn't recognise?
Well, yeah, that was a feature that we were told about before the game came out. But I tried to terrify it by showing it bearded men, but
Just Darth Vader.
it didn't work. My dog seemed to like everyone.
Oh, really?
Who has just got a friendly nature? Maybe you've raised it well, Steve. If that should be proud.
yeah.
What dog did you choose?
It was a pug,
Called.
Jean-Luc Pagard.
Oh, yes.
We enjoyed hearing that being shouted out
Yeah,
across the
over and
office
over
every
again.
5 minutes.
You have to go in that little room after a while. It's just like, yeah, come on, sit
Yeah.
this now.
Yeah,
This is getting
I
silly.
was like, sit,
The
sit, sit.
The first like 20 times, like Jean-Luc Pagard. Jean-Luc Pagard.
Did you ever regret
Sound like
it?
Rain Man.
I did. I sort of wished I'd given him a single syllable name, like
Bob.
Spot,
Yeah.
Dave.
Or just.
Alec.
or maybe just. Been so conspicuous playing it on the tube.
Yeah.
Your review is also home to some of the greatest video game artwork ever created.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Nintendo-
Obviously, you can't see it if you're listening.
Nintendo released,
And not one of the people in the room right now. But this is that's just
If
brilliant,
you
isn't
do
it?
want
Look
to
at
see
that.
it, you can see all the dogs on the website.
There's about 140 of them, right? They put
There's
up
loads.
A lot. Of
Page
pictures.
104 in the new issue.
Do you have to upload those?
If you want to just if you want to just coo over
Just
some
to-
dogs.
Yeah.
Just if you're listening to this while cradling the latest issue.
That page is empty, save for those pictures of dogs.
Oh, lovely. There's a cat. What
Look,
do you want?
we don't get the opportunity to put
Yeah.
artwork like that in O&M
That's
very
right.
often.
Look at-
So we've gone, okay, let's do a whole page.
I like his little face.
That pug
Yeah,
dog's my
see?
favourite.
It's work.
That's very nearly the best page in the magazine.
Cats do look good in pictures, but then when you actually play with them in the game, they're useless.
Yeah. Right.
Hate cats.
This little guy,
What's it? What breed?
that looks awesome.
You can get fish bowls in it as well, and they look at the fish bowls. So
Yeah.
the lifestyle
Fantastic.
photography doesn't lie.
Yeah. I know barely anything about cat breeds.
No,
Come on,
I
Gav. I think
know-
you're putting yourself
I
down.
found that
I
when
know
I had
loads
to,
of dogs. I'm like, what cat? Cat,
Tabby.
Siamese,
Cat isn't a breed of cat.
boy cat, girl cat, little cat.
Big cat.
Big cat. Tiger.
What was one of them? One of them was long
Farm cat.
hair.
Yeah,
wasn't
one of
it?
them was long-haired cat, and I assumed that was made up.
Aristocat.
So it was described on some other website. Yeah, it's a long-haired cat, and I was like, that's got to be made up.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
apparently
lazy
that-
cat
Yeah.
naming.
As an
Yeah.
actual
Oh,
breed,
it's got long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's call it a long-haired cat.
Maine Coon
Pathetic.
hat.
Anyway.
Cat, not a hat. You could make it into a hat, but that's also a breed of cat. It's like a
Are
Dr.
we just
Seuss
naming
moment.
cat breeds now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
I'm
name
done with
cats.
mine.
I
don't
haven't
know
got
any.
any. I haven't got any more to add. I'd
Tabby?
captioned them.
Tabby is one.
Yeah.
Tabby.
I struggled.
Henry's cat. Remember
Good.
that?
Yeah. Top cat. That's a breed.
Friendly neighbourhood top cat.
TC.
Hey, TC. Anyway, moving on.
So that's Nintendogs. Another highlight this issue, Ridge Racer 3D.
Yeah.
Among the best, well,
I was really
easily the best Ridge Racer on a Nintendo format.
Yeah, without a doubt. I was really surprised by Ridge Racer because I think we said before on a podcast when they first showed it at E3, it looked absolutely stinking. And everyone says, "This, what the hell is this?"
Stinking.
Yeah, it's like it just was like what? Because all these other great screens were coming out, and then said, "Oh, here's," and I love Ridge Racer in general anyway, so I was really excited about it. And I saw the screens as that, this looks horrible. This looks beyond. And then we played it at Amsterdam, and it was looking better. And then when I played the review, played it for review, it was looking even better still.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the car textures are a bit disappointing during the race. But other than that, the actual gameplay is like Ridge Racer is. Fans of the series know it and love it. It's
And you were saying that the career mode is
yeah, there's a good length.
it's
to it.
huge.
Yeah, I mean, there's only like 30 tracks. There's 15 tracks, and then the reverse versions of those tracks. But the career mode does a good job of kind of keeping things fresh, and just as you're kind of getting bored of it and thinking, all right, this is getting a bit repetitive, it then says, all right, you've unlocked a new class of cars.
Yeah.
So then suddenly you get hit with loads of faster cars, and you've got to kind of rethink your strategy around every course again. So
Do you actually race around any ridges?
not as such.
You do that. Wait, you race around
well,
mountains.
define a
don't you?
ridge.
Defined as a ridge.
The
So
car
a mountain
goes around
race,
you
mountain
do
races.
race around mountains, but there's no actual
Yeah,
danger of
ridges.
falling off an edge at any
Is there
point.
not?
No, it's all the whole point. It's a
No, there
stupid
isn't,
name
is
because
there?
the whole point of Ridge Racer is that even like the tiniest small wooden fence, when you hit off it, you kind of smack off it and go back onto the
That's
course.
true,
So
yeah.
there is never a ridge. There's never been a ridge in the history of Ridge
Maybe it means
Racer.
like racing on the edge, like on the ridge.
I think that's what's
Ah,
called the edge
on the
racer.
precipice.
What's the?
Rim racer.
Is there street pass?
Yeah, there is. You can street pass Ghost Data. So, but like
You can race against other people's best times.
That
is that right?
cool.
Yes, exactly.
Is it like
Neil.
online leaderboards and stuff? Or?
No, nothing online, and that, my friend, is why it was denied the gold award.
Jokers.
Yeah.
There's nothing
This
online.
This is a
Yeah,
problem
well,
that's the
with
thing.
a lot of 3DS
games.
launch titles.
Gonna get that a lot, and they people just rushed. Not rushed them. I'm not saying they rushed it out.
The thing,
They have.
the problem is, the problem is, it's like it's more than capable. The 3DS now is more than capable of doing perfect online.
Yeah,
Street
exactly. It's
Fighter's
gonna be the
online,
best.
right?
thing out
Street
there.
Fighter's online, and
So why can't the other one?
Street Fighter's online, and by all accounts, we played some like Japanese fights, and it's perfect. There's no lag.
Yeah.
There's nothing. So you could have argued in the past maybe it was a bit laggy and stuff because the wireless stuff wasn't really perfect, but now it is, and so there's absolutely no excuse for
Yeah.
not having this other than we need to get this game out in time for launch.
Yeah,
That's
it's
literally
yeah.
all it comes down to.
it's the same problem with PES.
Yeah.
Which is
It's just not
the same
acceptable.
old game, but
when you
with
consider the,
online taken out.
yeah,
It's
when you
kind of
consider
annoying.
the whole point of 3DS is all this connectivity and you can
Yeah.
trade things with people all over and all this, and they've changed the
Yeah.
friend codes and everything, and they go, yeah, but it's not online.
Especially the
interviews.
racing game as well.
Yeah.
It's got to be
Exactly.
online. 'Cause, you know, you're not
Do
sitting
anything
around with a
versus,
TV,
yeah.
are you, when you play? You know, when you're playing handheld. So
We've had interviews with Ubisoft about in this issue as well about Driver Renegade and Splinter Cell, and again neither of those are going to have online, which is a shame because Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, the original, was praised for its co-op. So again, it's a shame that we're not going to see that in the 3DS version.
Why?
Yeah.
It's really annoying. I really hope.
think
I
that's-
really hope the Metal Gear people are listening and make sure they put because the co-op stuff for the PSP one was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so good. So
I think-
really hope they do. They don't make that.
I'd like to think this is just a kind of launch problem
Yeah.
because you always get this with launch stuff. You get a few really good games. You got your Nintendogs and Street Fighter and all that really make the most out of everything it does. And then you've got other ones that are still good games, but are just kind of, they could have done with an extra couple of months to get all the features in there, but instead they bring them out on launch, and they're still worth getting.
Yeah.
It's just don't expect, like 6 months, a year down the line, the games that come out will have a lot more features as standard.
Yeah.
It's just it's kind of it's what you expect as an early adopter.
Yeah,
I think there's one thing that people probably should remember is that I don't think 3DS was even announced this time last year. We got a weird press release saying 3DS is coming. It's 3D without glasses. Like a 2-sentence press release around this time last year.
Yeah.
Full reveal at E3 in June. In under a year, they've launched a console, manufactured that many, developed 13 launch titles.
Exactly.
I don't think a lot of people will have had the dev kits for that long, because Nintendo obviously a notoriously secretive company.
Yeah, exactly.
That was something that the Conduit 2 guy, remember when we interviewed him, he said about there's going to be a lot of awesome stuff going on, because a lot of people were weary when they first heard about it. They didn't really know how to use the system. There's going to be some people who really, really get it. And come out with some absolutely incredible stuff for it.
Well, that's probably why the best stuff we've seen so far is coming from Capcom, because Capcom are kind of really close to Nintendo with all the kind of recent stuff they've been doing. So obviously they must have had these kits for longer and have had a longer time to get the most out of it. And you can see with Ridge Racer, like the difference that can happen, like as the developers are getting used to how it works, like the sheer difference from E3 screens to now. Obviously, with a bit more time, the games are just going to look even better.
Yeah, kind of explains why Nintendogs is the most fully featured of the launch titles as well, because it's first party. But mentioned Pez. It's kind of the Wii game with a few things stripped out, online taken out. You can do local multiplayer.
Yes.
Difficult to score really, because I'm a Pez fan. I enjoy Pez. It is the best football game on 3DS by virtue of being the only football game on 3DS.
That'll be on the poster.
Yeah.
Neil Long.
The best football game on 3DS.
I mean, it's not brilliant, and frankly, it's an embarrassment if you play FIFA on the Xbox 360 or PS3, which is just brilliant.
Yeah.
And then play Pez on 3DS. You just think, okay, it's a couple of generations old. I think that it's a difficult one to score, because taken in isolation, very good. But if you know your football games, not so much.
And let's face it, anyone who's going to buy a football game isn't going, I fancy playing a football game actually for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
Anyone's buying this.
More often than not, you're the kind of person who buys FIFA every year or Pez every year.
Yeah.
So difficult one to score, but it got an okay score. Another one, which was slightly talking of kind of not quite having fully featured launch titles, Pilot Wings, which is reviewed by a freelancer of ours, but so none of us can really comment about it. But
we've all had a go
as
at
far,
the thing. But
I mean, the gist of the review, which you can read more in depth in the issue on sale now, £3.99.
That's cheap.
It is, isn't it? Is that it's brilliant, but we want more of it.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. I love Pilot Wings.
I mean, I really enjoyed what I played, but that was literally
sounds like that's
for
all that
5
it is.
minutes.
Yeah.
So, and is it like 2 hours you can max it all? Is that true or not? Was it a bit more than that?
I think it's a bit more than that. If you want to like, the equivalent of 5-star each of the missions or whatever they call it in the game. So very good, not enough of it, which is a bit of a shame. But still worth picking up if you're a Pilot Wings fan. Other 3DS launch games in this issue: Asphalt and Monkey Ball. Not quite as good as those other titles we talked about.
No. I would say Asphalt was surprisingly half decent. I wouldn't say rush out and buy it day one, but if you see the price drop down to 20 quid or whatever, or 15 quid, it's worth snapping up. It's the rest of the Asphalt games I'm not really been impressed with, but this one's actually fairly okay. Monkey Ball, it looks the part. They've put in tilt controls, which is absolutely pointless, because then you have to play it in 2D, because as soon as you tilt it, you lose the 3D. And it's also around 5 times shorter than Super Monkey Ball Deluxe on the GameCube,
Yeah,
which is
another
handy.
launch title that's not quite got.
Yeah. Well, that
Got
Monkey
the
Ball Deluxe on
longevity
GameCube
there.
came out, 5-6 years ago, and it had like 300 and so levels. This has got like 80, and 2 mini games instead of the 40 mini games that the Wii launch one had. Banana Blitz on Wii had like 40, and this has got 2. So again, I don't know if that's the time or whatever, but again, it's worth getting if the price goes down. But as a £40 launch game,
Yeah,
no, thank you.
yeah,
And if you
Super
played a
Monkey
Monkey
Ball.
Ball game before, you probably wouldn't.
That's the thing.
Would
If
you?
you've played Monkey Ball, you've played enough to know that this isn't the finished article. And if you've not played it, then I would recommend
It's a shame,
looking
'cause
for the
that's
wee
awesome.
ones. Yeah, I mean, what's there is brilliant, but what's there can be done in like 3 hours, and then you're going, what next?
The series
There's
is
no
as
online.
well known for mini games as it is for the actual main thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. That's what I wrote in the review, that most people just get through the single player and then say, right, now it really begins with the mini games, which you don't often get with other series. But Monkey Ball's the exception, but now there's just a kind of Smash Brothers clone and a kind of Mario Kart clone, neither of which are amazing.
All right, so good, but not
Yeah,
perhaps
it's still,
worth the £40 price tag.
yeah, exactly. If you can find it for cheaper,
Yeah,
then by all means go for it.
yeah.
It's not worth 40 quid, but it's worth 20 quid, I'd say.
Okay, cool. So there's loads of other games in this issue.
Other
Tom, you
3DS
want to say
games?
something? Yeah,
That are going to be on the website for your full range of
yeah.
reviews.
We're going to have a Splinter Cell review up on launch day. Similarly, Sims 3,
Yep.
Clone Wars 3,
Rabbids. Not Rabbids, Rayman.
Rayman, and with any luck, Samurai Warriors. But there have been problems getting hold of that review code. But they'll be on officialnintendomagazine.co.uk, aka Tom's website, on the 24th of March. Is that right?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
tomswebsite.gov.uk.
Yeah, that's right.
It is now a government agency.
Your official resource for
You are
all
being
things
watched.
Tom.
Yeah.
That's all in the issue on sale right now, £3.99, and loads more besides. Lots of lovely features. A incredible hardware feature explaining everything your 3DS can do. Now we're going to talk about the thing that everyone's excited about right now. It's Pokemon,
Pokemon.
Can we start doing we should start doing a thing every month where we do
where we just
an
talk about
entire
Pokemon.
thing. I'm up for that.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
up for it
Gav,
now.
you're the one who's been the tale of your conversion
I've
was in a
literally-
blog the other day. But if you could just quickly explain.
I've just lost my mind. Like, I've absolutely no idea why or how. Like, I think I've said in my blog, you should check it out. But it's like, I was given the free copy signed by Masuda-san and Sugimori, and I was like, I'll give this away.
So ungrateful.
No, but like,
It'd be a good
give it away as a
competition.
it'd be an awesome competition prize.
Yeah.
And I did have another one which I have given away as a competition prize, but I just thought I'm never going to play it. I'd never understand when you guys talk about Pokemon at all. I'm just not interested. And then I was just stuck on a train, and it was in my bag, and my iPhone died. And I didn't have any other games on me except that. So I thought, go on, let's have a
It begins.
So I started playing it and just instantly got into it. Like there was a couple of bits at the beginning. I was like, what's this? Like just the bit with the professor at the beginning. I was like, come on, get into it. Then as soon as I had the first fight, I was like, this is alright actually. Quite like this. And then I came in like on the Monday, sort of quite gingerly approaching the subject. Like I think I'd caught quite a lot by then, and sort of you weren't in. You missed all this.
No,
Chris. It
I
was
was
awesome. And I came in sort of. What's everyone been playing Pokemon then? Because I have. It's awesome. And and then we've been trading all week.
Yeah,
It's been the
it's
talk
not
of the
just you,
office.
it's everywhere.
Everyone's
playing it, and I mean, I'll
CBG
just
guys, Liam,
I
our
sit-
podcast guru,
Yeah.
Yep.
man who's in charge of
Yeah.
the tech stuff. He's
Yeah, I
playing
see.
it.
Steve,
CBG.
you encountered some dudes on
this is
public
amazing.
transport.
Yeah, on the same evening, going to my destination, someone popped up on my, is it the X Transit? No, the Sea Gear.
Yeah.
It said someone called Chris is nearby, Chris with a K. And
What?
on the way back, I was showing my friends and my Tepic was evolving. I was like, oh, look at my Pignite. I've got a Pignite. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Guys behind us, these two guys and a girl. One of them turned around like a proper big guy, like slightly scary looking guy, and he goes,
Like Rude Boys.
"Yeah, mate, I've got the fully evolved one here." And he just showed me his DSi. It's like, yeah, man, that's awesome.
Awesome.
Flats.
That like one thing that we didn't really know about and that we found out in the week as well is all the connectivity stuff. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
Like I think it was an awesome the way we discovered it. Was,
Do we? Yeah, I don't,
it's really
there's
funny.
nothing offensive about
no, I
this.
don't think so. Well,
Gav scooted off to the toilet. And he took his DS with him, and I took a peek at my Sega, and it was popping up, and it said, "Oh, Gav just encountered a wild purloin." I know, Gav's purloin is low on HP.
Yeah,
It's
that's
awesome,
one
like-
term for it.
I sit behind you, so you must have gone like, no, he hasn't. Where is he? Where's Gav?
So I started sending you text messages giving you
Yeah.
advice.
Then Gav comes out of the toilet going, what?
I did. I came out and everyone was like, "All right, mate." Everyone was like laughing. I was like, "Well, what's up?" It was like, "How was that feel?" I was like, "How'd you?"
I beg your pardon.
My own mother wouldn't ask me that.
My girlfriend keeps because I've been playing it just constantly in the house and stuff. Like she gets to watch all the stuff that I refuse to watch, like Glee and rubbish like that. Like it's just like, yeah, chuck it on, go on.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
helps me out in those situations.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, she's laughing at my attempts to make it sound cooler than it is. Going, yeah, boy, got my 3rd gym badge, baby.
I got properly told off last night for she just went, "Come on, it can't be that good."
How'd you just call
I was like,
Toto?
"It is that good."
Yeah.
I'll have you know. Let's go sit in the other room for a little while.
But it's
Just
good
think
that,
about
like,
what you've done.
Literally, that's what I'm saying. Like everyone in the office is playing at the moment. Like the CVG
Yeah.
guys. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
doing
properly,
swaps.
yeah.
I was surprised because people you just wouldn't expect to play it. I mean, you'd expect all of us to give it a go, but as well. But the people on CVG you just expect to be shooting people in the face. or
Yeah.
in video games, are loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel bad after going on so long. Like anytime there's a Pokemon quest, I still don't understand a lot of the stuff that I'm doing in the game. In fairness,
There's a lot to it.
anytime I've gone,
There
on
is a lot to it, isn't
yeah,
there?
Loads.
It is the sort of thing, though, that if anyone who hasn't tried it will sneer at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Battlestar
fairly so,
Galactica.
because when you look at it,
It's
it's exactly like Battlestar Galactica.
It's like Battlestar Galactica because it's an awesome series. No one will ever watch it because it's called Battlestar Galactica. No matter how much you go on about it as being an awesome series, no one will do it. Same with Pokemon. Just because it's called Pokemon, if it's called something else.
It did go to number 1, which is pretty amazing.
dragon shooting face.
I mean, it is. I mean, like I was playing, like when I was playing Heart Gold, I think I spent about an hour and a half trying to catch that Hoto.
Really?
Yeah, because
For
I
the first
wasn't
time,
trying.
so-
Yeah, we used the
Should
Master
use the
Ball.
Master
Though.
Ball.
I wasn't. No,
easy.
I wanted to save the Master Ball
Bam.
for a real challenge. But I'd got it weakened down. I was just throwing ball after ball at it, and my girlfriend's watching the telly. I'm saying, "Going, come on!" Finally got it after it, and just literally shouted really loud, like, "Yeah!" It's all like pick it out, you bleep for words to
Yeah.
that effect. And she just turned around, shook her head, and that was at that point I realised I had a problem.
Yeah.
Poke problem.
We've established that all of our other halves look
Hate
look
us.
on disapprovingly as we play Pokemon.
They all
but they
hate
just need to
us.
try it.
Well, I think Lou's getting to the point now where she's like just going, "What is it?" Like I think she's more interested in it now because she's
Yeah.
like, if you're going on about it so much, it must be a little bit good because you are awesome. So
Right.
you must like awesome things.
By you mean
She was talking about
Me.
me. She's talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay?
So yeah, maybe she'd be playing it.
I remember telling my wife I've been playing Diamond and Pearl for 24
Spat in your
hours,
face.
and she was just like, 24 hours, really?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's
That-
nothing.
Yeah.
And that's nothing.
Past the 40-hour mark over
Exactly.
the weekend on Heart Gold.
The one thing I am disappointed
Like,
about with
like you say,
Pokemon-
I still encountering certain Pokemon. I still think I'm not quite sure what's effective against this one,
I haven't got a clue.
or what's if like dragon ones. Presumably they're fire type.
Dragon
why,
beats
why are they
Dragon beats Dragon.
Dragon beats? See,
I've
don't know.
got,
Doesn't
yeah,
make
I've,
sense.
I put a chart on my phone. So
Ah,
whenever I was
Steve
playing,
showed me
I
those
was playing on it.
maps
I'd go,
now,
wait a minute, and get the chart out and go,
really?
Can you give that to me and we'll post it
yeah,
on the
yeah,
website?
yeah.
Yeah.
There are some good
by all
free
means.
apps out there. I don't think we can officially endorse any of the.
No, but that one you showed me is
Pokemon
class.
apps. But yeah,
Is
there's
that,
some good.
I think I've got that one possibly.
Some iPhone apps that tell you
Are there?
which Pokemon's weak against which.
There's a really
Pokemon.
well designed image on the app as well. Looks like a
Alright.
Pokeball.
It's awesome.
I'll just say that's not endorsed by official
Yeah.
Nintendo magazine
No,
or the
no,
Pokemon Company. Thanks.
The only thing that I think is weird though is, you know, you're just saying you passed the 40-hour mark. When I was first playing, I was turning it off every time. But like, because we're doing stuff all the time, like swapping and stuff in work, I've just kept it on standby. And we were talking about this. Me and Steve were like, it doesn't stop the time. So according to my DS, I've been playing for like 50 hours or something.
Really?
But I know I haven't been playing for 50 hours. I've been playing
Well, you
for
just
about...
put it on sleep.
No, just close it. Just close the
right,
thing.
okay.
But it still carries on.
Oh, right.
It's
You
really
should
annoying.
save and then turn it off.
That's what I should be doing, because I kept having to open it, turn it back on, wait for it to load up when we were doing stuff, because it's like, oh, have a look at this. But now I'm on like 60 hours. I know I haven't played 60 hours,
Yeah,
but
so
now
now-
I've sort of lost track of how long I've actually been playing it for.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, I'm surprised. How far into it are you already?
Mate, not very far at all.
How many badges have you got?
But you're
Three.
trying to get
Three.
them all, aren't
I'm
you?
trying to
Whilst-
catch up.
whilst-
It's my
Yeah,
first
that's what I
Pokemon
do. That's
thing.
what I do.
I've only got about 60 in my Pokédex.
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
I've
that's
already
not
got
on
I've
hard
already
gold,
got,
that is.
Yeah, I've already got 50, and I've got 50 in my Pokédex, and I haven't got my 4th gym badge yet.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
caught a rare one on thing, and it was like, it was a big thing in our house. Like, and we had to pause everything. I was like, look, I've got a Gothita.
my favourite.
Barely appear in the shaking grass, don't they?
Yeah. It was my first double Pokemon battle as well, and then I brought out something, absolutely wiped the floor with it, and I was like, no! I spent an hour then walking around the same square trying to get it.
I think it's changed. I think it's changed the Pokédex stat when you load the save game though. I think in Heart Gold I can't remember, but in Heart Gold is the Pokédex stat when you load your save game, just how many you've caught. Because in Black and White it's how many you've seen.
Yeah.
So like your Pokédex is really high, and I've not caught anywhere near as many as it
But
suggests.
if you can look at it though. If you go into the Pokédex,
Yeah, you can then go in and
it'll
see, but you
says,
could kind of cheat by showing your friends, I've got 649. It just means you've seen them. It doesn't necessarily mean
Okay.
you've caught them all.
I
think-
reckon we could talk about this for hours.
Yeah, let's
Should we do
Let's
like
do
a
it.
Pokemon,
we should do a Pokemon
podcast?
special. We should a Pokécast.
The official
Yeah.
Pokemon podcast.
Cast them on.
Yeah.
We should do.
even though we're not official.
It's not
Probably have to get-
Castamon. That's the Digimon naming convention.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Putting Mon at the end of it.
Pokemon UK would not be happy with
There's
that.
no-
But what's
Pokemon,
Pokemon convention? Poke suffix.
Yeah.
No, there is no naming convention.
No?
They're just silly puns, aren't they?
Yeah.
Panemon.
I seen the ice cream one
Not
the other
Panemon,
day.
that's Digimon naming convention. Get it right.
Pokepun.
The ice cream one is ridiculous.
Oh,
What is the ice cream one called?
Vanillatron.
Vanillatron.
Vanilla.
It's not called
Vanilla.
Shut
It's
up.
not called that. It's like a robot.
We should
robot
do-
ice cream.
This will be our first then. Every month we're going to do a little section.
Yeah, we are.
Voltage Pokemon.
Because
Call it the
We are.
Pokemon
It-
Center.
It'll mean your
We're all-
podcast will last for 2 hours.
Got to chat them all. That's what we'll say,
That's good,
because
yeah.
that used to be a Pokemon.
chat them all.
If someone wants to
Got
do
it.
a jingle for that, then we'll send you some ice cream.
Can we just
Yeah.
have the Pokemon Center music as a bed in the background?
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I'll definitely do that.
All right. We'll cut that in afterwards.
Yeah.
No, the jingle should be like when you put them on the Poke Center. Just go
do, do, do.
That should be it. Pokemon chat.
I do.
You can sample Chris saying that. as well.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. You got a clean sample there. You can.
Yeah. All right. We'll definitely do that.
Yay.
Disclaimer: we might not do that. Tom, one thing we definitely are doing is a new-ish thing revolving around Tom's website,
Yes.
officialnintendomagazine.co.uk.
Yes.
Here's a jingle. Do 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 do. Tom's website.
Thank you. That was marvellous.
That was excellent.
Should we use that every
really good.
every
You're
month?
trying to get a monopoly on the
Exactly.
Jingles, yeah,
Every
true.
jingle should just be the Pokemon Center, and then just
You don't get
just a
royalties.
jingle.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Take back the jingle, Tom.
Yeah, but yes, it should be. We'll be looking at it right now, although
Yeah.
not right now. Shall we just do another time thing where no one knows what it is? But
That's the best intro I've ever heard.
Snappy.
I got to follow this.
yeah, should we cut that? bit?
No. Proceed.
So this month on the website, the 3 most debated things have been
Well,
what, Tom?
Well, let me. Overrated games is
Really?
one big topic.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I hate that game. Everyone keeps talking about it.
Do you want a few?
Yeah, a few little.
Right, Chaz 1805 started it off.
Rubbish username.
He's old.
Born in 1805, yeah, that's right. He says Luigi's Mansion.
Yep, definitely overrated.
We've done this.
I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting it to be as good as proper Mario games, but I just found it dull.
That's what he says, or that's what you say?
Dull,
Get out.
dull and too short.
So, then we've got
He's banned. He's
Masamune.
banned.
Wait, can we ban these people?
Yeah. How about this one? Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Bland, uninspiring, and quite frankly,
oh my God.
boring.
said that?
That's just wrong.
Masamune.
Can we
No.
read out their addresses?
No.
No, you're not going to their house.
I
was
I
massive.
the dude from Fluidity or Hydro Adventure on Twitter. I follow him on Twitter.
Ed
He was-
Fear.
Yeah, no, the other guy, Bins,
Ted Fear.
Don't know.
the
who
exact
that guy
like
is.
developer.
Dusty
All
Bins.
He's gone on about on the weekend about how there hasn't been a good Zelda game since Wind Waker.
What?
Hey?
He said
Up in
So
your
he played
mind.
Phantom Hourglass.
Phantom
and,
Hourglass is
Spirit
amazing.
Tracks
He said,
are brilliant.
Twilight. He said Twilight Princess was completely overrated.
There's a few of those in this thread, by the way. A
Twilight
few
Princess.
people.
Right.
Someone says
Twilight
here,
Princess.
Leighton
So
Lover.
depressing.
Mario Kart Super Circuit is a disgrace to the series.
Why?
What's that? The Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance.
I didn't like that one.
I thought it was alright at the time.
I agree. I don't agree it's a disgrace. I agree that it's slightly overrated.
I quite enjoyed it at the time, but when you play it back now, it's
Yeah.
the worst of the lot.
At the
Yeah.
time,
They
I
stopped
wouldn't have thought it'd be.
It is, yeah.
It handles really strangely, doesn't it? It's
Yeah,
very,
because it doesn't.
very
It can't
odd.
decide whether it's Mario Kart 64 or Super Mario
Yeah.
Kart. Crazy days.
To which Andy Mac 07 says, "Get out." That's good.
You get out, Andy.
Drew here has a bit of an edge point of view. Every Mario Kart game after the original, particularly Wii, for me, they've gotten worse with every iteration.
Also, the use of "gotten," which is an Americanism, which I hate.
Ban.
Don't never use that.
Shall we just criticise the reader's grammar? Great.
Yes, let's do that.
Maybe they'll
Okay.
learn. They'll learn them, won't they?
What I should have
hard
done
way.
actually, because this is another thread, because it's about Pokemon. We could have continued the Pokemon
Yeah,
discussion.
we need to break it up. Otherwise, it'd be hours of just us
It's true. This one,
wittering on.
favourite Pokemon thread, has been turned into a black and white special, and
All right.
I will be probably doing a feature based on these. So get your votes in for your favourite Pokemon. Medivac has Hydreigon, possibly the greatest Pokemon of all time.
Hi.
I don't know what that is.
So, which one's a Pokemon and which one was a
Medivac
username?
is not is a username.
Okay.
Medivac, isn't that like a government thing? Like that happens if there's an outbreak.
I'm probably going to get you've pronounced
Possibly.
my name wrong. Lots of
Yeah.
people say that.
Don't have such a stupid name.
It's
Now.
actually Medavik. I think I'll
Yeah.
find.
Exactly.
Mine's just Gav.
So, who's leading the polls
You know
at the
what?
moment?
I don't know because I haven't counted it up because there's so many. But I'll pick out a few. Pig Knight says
Yes.
Kazwigon.
Nice.
The best name in Pokemon history.
It is good.
it's very
Pig Knight.
I don't think
What's that? Is
I
that the
disagree.
evolved
I don't think it's the
Tepig?
best
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
In, I think Waylord is a beauty.
Pig Knight.
It's a whale.
The best name is Sudowoodo.
Yes.
Yes, actually, you're right. You are right. Yeah. What about?
I like Timber.
What about the Trubbish?
Travis. I caught one
That'll
of them.
probably be the
I
worst.
saw one last
weekend.
night in Heart Gold that was just a large blue thing with a face. It looked like a big blue tongue
Oh, yeah.
with legs, and it had a really ridiculous name. I can't remember its name.
Tongue
Probably
bomb.
someone on the forum will
Tongue
will
bomb.
be able
Well,
to. I'm going to look that up when I get back.
We were talking last month about when they started running out of ideas. Trubbish, they definitely ran out of ideas. Just like, we need one more. It's like a bigger
Trubbish.
thing of rubbish.
The
Like,
guy
it's
was
a bin bag.
obviously like,
Rubbish.
He's sitting
Trubbish.
he's always sitting in his house trying to think up of new ideas for Pokemon, and his wife just say, "Can you take the bins out?" He's like, you've done it! You've done it! That's 649. We're done. Brainwave. He's like, we've done it.
Run around high-fiving everyone. Trubbish! He is rubbish.
I've got another one here. Nintendoofus, nice username.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Says Amoongus because he's a fun guy.
Mushroom.
He's done that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's
very
mushroom,
good.
so.
That is
That's
that.
really
That is
good.
actually a clever name because what is it? Is it fungus? Evolves into Amoongus.
Oh, right,
As in,
okay.
There's a fungus
It's
among us.
Amoongus, yeah.
There's a
I
fungus
was about
on.
30 seconds behind everyone
Fair
else
enough.
because he's a fun guy. Everyone's like, it's like, I get it.
You'll like the next thread then. Official video games puns thread.
Oh, amazing.
Experts.
Started by
Chris
English Gamer, otherwise known as Chris Scullion. Not true.
Thanks.
This thread is unbelievable.
Bailey.
Bailey.
Pokemon.
Oh, right. Okay.
There's a lot of Pokemon here.
It's just a cooking
Mr.
reference.
Mr. Chewtoy in before Brock, as in him before the lock.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's done that.
I like that.
That's good.
Bleachy Leachy, I've had enough of this thread and its awful puns. I'm going to ride on my bike and get out of here.
Ride on.
That's good. That's good.
So that's
Are they all Pokemon puns?
Pokepuns.
there's one here, Late and Lover. I've been waiting for a thread like this forever. Better late than never.
Oh.
We've used that in the mag about 60
magazine,
times.
Stolen
Better
that
late
from
than
our
never.
minds.
And
I need to get on that.
we've got a last one here, which isn't Pokemon related. Rocky Nouse says, your puns are just awful.
Oh.
So
Need to get on that
that's
thread,
the
shake things
end
off a
of
bit.
that. But the new website will have a different feature every day based on stuff on the forum. So we really need you to get involved, people on the forum, and vote for your favourite things and give us your ideas for new games and all sorts of things. So yeah,
It's a lot more community friendly, isn't it? The brand new
Yes.
website.
yes,
Comments appear under stories. You don't have to click through.
that's true.
Lots of social media features.
Got a new video player.
New video
as well.
Should be having new videos every week.
Day.
It looks very attractive. Gav's just volunteered to do new videos every day.
It's very generous.
So yes, it looks a lot better, and the forum has evolved, shall we say? It's upgraded, and which means that the moderators can now ban you.
Yeah.
Really?
Wonderful. I better watch my mouth then.
Forward to that feature.
But yes,
That's
no,
a mistake. I'm going to say that right now.
That's a
no,
mistake.
They're going to go mad with power.
it's good because it means that we won't get any spammers or anything like that, because it means that people can just go nope.
Let's put some money down on bet now on how many disputes you have to settle in
No,
the
but
first
everyone
month.
was pleased when it was, we put it out there.
I heard there
everyone
were no
was pleased.
spammers in Nazi Germany. Tom.
I think you'll find, Steve, there were actually 7 of them. And they
saying
were all
that
caught and accounted
Tom's
for.
the Hitler of the O&M website.
I am not. I am not.
All the
No, it's
moderators.
very
very nice.
it's very democratic, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
meta moderation. They
Yeah,
call
exactly.
it, don't they?
Yeah,
If anything,
exactly.
Tom's the Oscar Schindler of the.
It's
of the
self-censored
So hang on then, Tom.
forum.
So the readers are going to be coming up with the ideas for the features. The moderators are going to be doing the website.
What are you
What's
gonna
your job?
Tom's
If I'm
job.
doing the videos,
Tom counts the money.
You know,
It's putting your videos through the big internet pipe
exactly.
that Tom's
a lot
got
of
on his
time.
desk.
Yeah.
Just feeding it into that big pipe. That
Oh, we've
goes,
got some guest bloggers as well, so yeah.
Yeah, we're actually
that.
doing that.
So
Tom's
yeah.
job is to pump awesome into the website, into the internet every day, and he does it with gusto.
Yeah.
Who's
It works
when is Gusto starting? Actually, is he starting next week?
You made that joke
yeah.
3 times this
I'm
month.
going to
Really?
keep making that joke.
He's not starting. He
Is he
failed.
not?
He failed the
Right,
interview.
I'll just be Tom then.
You failed the drug test.
He's addicted to Pokemon. Yeah.
Talking of jobs, what is it your job again, Gav?
mate, I run the show that is called Nintendo TV.
Oh, right. What's happening on that?
Some awesome stuff coming up actually. So there's a 3DS launch spectacular,
Whoa, that is exciting.
which will include loads of footage from the game BAFTAs.
Yeah, going to that on Wednesday, aren't we?
I am indeed. My tux turned up this morning.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wearing a tux.
Have we got a cummerbund?
No.
Do you pay real money to have a tux?
I think
Yeah.
I'm going to get a cummerbund.
Hey,
I'm
What's
just
a
digging out an
what's a
old
cummerbund?
suit.
It's the
So
thing
I'm
that
not-
wraps around your
the thing that
belly.
wraps around your belly.
What, a belt?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Like a big belt, a giant belt.
It's like a
Giant.
big, fabric belt.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
colour of your choice.
Yeah. Green.
And I'll be
Blue.
asking the celebs on the red carpet what they're looking forward to most about 3DS.
Can you ask them what they think of your cummerbund?
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a
Or
cummerbund.
lack
What?
thereof.
Are you actually
ask
wearing
them,
a
should I be
cummerbund?
wearing a
Well,
cummerbund?
there's an optional cummerbund
There is,
at
yeah.
the rental place
Is
I'm
there?
going to.
Awesome.
I mentioned in when I was hiring my suit that I was going to the BAFTAs. And they upgraded me for free. I'm just-
What?
They upgraded me to the
Yeah,
posh
but you've
shirt
got,
and
you've got to wear a big
cufflinks.
logo on your back, though.
Yeah.
The company.
Upgraded you to what? No comer button?
No,
Is
no,
that-
no.
is that
No,
positive?
it was like meant to be a.
We'll throw in a cover
It
button.
was
Yeah.
meant to be a plain white shirt with no cufflinks.
Now it's got a lot of lights on it.
Now it's like the blue puffy one from American Pie. I didn't have the heart to tell the dude when he turned up I wasn't going to be wearing that shirt. I bought my own.
I was hoping they'd upgraded you to like top hat and tails. He's just come along looking
Gold
like a magician.
suit.
That orange suit from Dumb and Dumber. They should have upgraded him with that.
Yeah, that would have been incredible.
Yeah.
That's the way to get interviews on the red carpet. Just wearing a solid gold suit, monocle as well.
The I don't know if it's because it's the game BAFTAs or not, but the invitation that I got sent for like, the press thing, it runs down. It like there's loads of stuff in bold when it says about what you should be wearing. I think they expect people to just turn up in like jeans. You know what? Games. But
That was my plan. Oh man,
yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to do your accent there. But I was doing it.
well, I'm new.
Yeah, so we've got that, and then on the 3DS launch, we'll be in 2 different places at once. So we'll be
Yeah.
at the HMV launch and at the special event party in Billingsgate.
How are we
Yeah.
going to do that? Being
There
two
was
places at
an
once?
episode of Sabrina Teenage Witch where she made a clone of herself.
That's pretty
because
much where
she
I got
needed
the
to
idea
go
from.
on 2 dates at once.
I see. I was thinking we were going to do like they do in The Fly, where one of us like
Yeah.
like split ourselves.
You're not.
That's true.
You want to watch out for that.
Yeah.
Put me in a camera in the fly thing. I'm
Yeah.
like,
So if you're
half
gonna-
camera, half back.
if you're going to the Oxford Street launch, keep an eye out for either a fly with a microphone or a hideous monster again with a microphone.
What are you looking forward to?
I'm sure that's the thing that's going to be amazing.
Oh god, that was a really horrible yet
Yep.
incredibly accurate impression of
Yeah.
Goldblum.
Of the elephant man.
Brundle
Yeah, it was the
fly,
elephant.
as he's known.
That's
I have seen Gav throw up on a cake once.
Haven't we all? That was the best
Break a
party
man's
ever.
arm. Yeah, I'm also going to be attending the Kapow Comic Con in April. So if
right,
anyone's
cool.
going down, I'll be on the shop floor interviewing people and taking my 3DS around and making people play it.
Basically, just
where's
get an
that?
insight into your glamorous life. Pokemon launched, chatting with One Direction,
Yeah.
going
Where's
to the
the
3DS
chat?
launch.
Yeah.
So excited.
Where's the chat?
Where's the chat?
With the chat's at.
Where's the Comic Con?
Victoria.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, our house.
I don't know. Yeah, it's awesome. Kapow Comic Con. It's a big event. There's going to be loads of international comic people, and they're trying to make it like the San Diego Comic Con, but over here.
Yeah,
So there's going to be
plenty of cosplay.
There's going to be
Awesome.
a secret film.
Yeah.
I reckon it's Judge Dredd.
Really?
It's a guess, complete guess.
No,
Well, it's not
no,
a secret anymore, is it?
no. I'm awesome. Like I'm figuring out clues.
Yeah. But what was the clue? It's about a judge.
No, they
It's
run me
not
up.
going to be dreadful, we promise.
They run me up and went, Gav, it's Judge Dredd. They didn't.
That's good.
Yeah, so there's loads of awesome stuff coming up. And I'm sure with the 3DS will be some crazy features and stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be new games happening all the time. So hopefully there'll be amazing launch events where we'll have the opportunity to see more and more viewers. If you watch like the Pokemon premiere, we interviewed all our guest bloggers and stuff, and they take precedent over people like JLS and people who we interview.
Yeah.
And ask them about Pokemon.
Yeah, JLS.
They ask
Yeah.
them about Pokemon. They're like, Pikachu. Let's go speak to someone who knows.
Sophie Ellis Bextor was there.
Yeah, she knows
So
her.
is
She
Dermot
knows her
Lerner.
mom.
Does
I
he,
think she
does he
knows
know
it.
his mom?
I think she actually maybe does know her stuff because she's been at a couple of video game launches.
So I think she's probably available for parties at a reasonable price.
I think she'd turn up to
She's
the.
not doing anything.
I think she'd turn up to the opening of an envelope.
I tell you,
Yeah.
who was there? The Natasha McElhorn
Oh yeah,
from Californication and the
Yeah.
Truman Show.
yeah.
She is
What,
hot.
Was she?
She was looking good.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
said, all right, Tash. She said, oh, hi, Gav. Do you want to do an interview? No, I got my kids in a minute. All right.
Yeah.
That's exactly
That's
how
definitely
that
what
went down.
Gavin from Gavin and Stacey was there.
Yeah.
I tried to look at a picture of him on my computer and it crashed.
Which one is he? Is he the annoying one? Or?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
The Essex one.
No,
No,
not
they are
Corden.
both
It's
Essex
not,
ones.
it's not James Corden. It's
No, it's
It's
Yeah,
Matt
the
Horn.
other
one.
one's
Matt
pretty
Horn.
disgusting.
Matt Horn. Aww.
Matt Horn's alright.
he's nice.
Harsh.
When you go out with him, you love him so much.
Well, maybe I will. Maybe I am, Gav. Do you ever think of that?
we
Say
are.
things, speak too soon.
That's Nintendo TV there. So
Yes.
what's happening next Friday? Or by the time you listen to this, it'll be today, won't it?
Yes.
So there's a party at Billingsgate, and there's a midnight launch at.
No, that's not
That's-
the week
that-
after.
Oh, it is the week after.
Yeah, this week we've got a huge...
No.
Yeah.
No, it's
18.
today.
March the 24th.
Today
the
is
party.
Oh no, you're right. Sorry, being
Yeah,
March 17th is that.
Yeah,
Come on, guys. It's dates. Simple stuff.
It happens every time.
It does,
I
doesn't it?
can't
It
do
does.
it. I can't.
Simple,
I'm
simple
always
calendar.
Time to play a little game called the Gregorian Calendar.
This week coming up is some inside 3DS news and some more from our awesome exclusive interview with Junichi Masuda.
Yes.
He tells us which Pokemon he chose as his starter Pokemon
Trubbish.
and which is his favorite piece of music. And he also sings.
He also sings.
He does, yeah.
Exclusive.
Gav got the translator to sing as well. That was quite
Yeah.
enjoyable.
What,
Fantastic.
Did he sing it in the translated
yeah.
the song?
Well, she started translating it, and then she got to the bit where obviously it was the thing. I was like, "You're going to sing as well?" And she started laughing, going, "Oh, Gav!"
That's exactly it.
She actually did, apart from the Gav bit, yeah. She went, no. And then she went, da-da,
Yeah, she said, "Mr. Murphy." Oh, Mr. Murphy.
You say that to all the ladies.
Was she Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yep.
No, Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire should have had a bad Scottish accent as well.
Yeah.
Not everybody has a mummy or daddy. When she says that at the end, remember?
Yeah.
everybody.
But yeah, that's what's coming up on Nintendo TV. It's
Good
all
stuff.
fun. It's all going on. It's all
Brilliant.
on Nintendo TV.
Thanks, Gav. And now, it's reader questions.
You have mail.
So this month's reader questions, Will Walsh asks, he's from Scunthorpe. Hello, Scunthorpe. He asks, who are your favourite and least favourite Animal Crossing characters?
Joan is my least favourite.
Joan.
She's the one that
Is
turns
that a
up.
character?
Yeah, she's the one that turns up with the turnips. And is the ugliest looking thing you'll ever see.
She's a camel, right?
Don't know, she's like a pig thing. A hideous, malformed pig.
Pug.
I like
So that's your favourite, yeah?
Least favourite. I see that.
Apollo's my favourite. He's got a heart of stone, but if you chip away, there's a crying child inside. Not literally,
I love this game.
but he's just looking for friendship.
Yeah.
All right, Tom?
Mr. Rossetti, least favourite, obvious.
Yeah.
And I chose Blathers, actually, just because.
Blathers?
Yeah, he's in the museum, gives you stuff.
Yeah.
Furniture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because you give him, you donate things, and he goes, "Rah, rah, 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 thank you." And then, yeah.
Yeah. That
Good
might
stuff.
be true.
All right. Matthew Alsop asks, oh, right, it's a Pokemon question. I don't think we've talked about Pokemon
No.
quite enough yet, have we?
Talk a bit about
Pokemon?
Yeah.
What is that?
What is this
What
Pokemon?
is a Pokemon?
He asks, I just wanted to know which Pokemon starter you all chose. I chose Oshawott because of its final evolution, he
Me
says.
too.
You chose Oshawott, did you, Tom?
But the second evolution.
How did you know his?
They
How do you know his
Because
final evolution? You know what I mean?
You look it up.
Yeah.
Obviously
Yeah.
reads
Look it up.
official Nintendo magazine.
it was. It's
Or
actually on the official Pokemon Black White website.
Really?
And I thought I'm definitely choosing Tepig, and then I saw Oshawott. I thought Oshawott was the worst of the starters, and then I saw his evolution. I was like, "That's mine."
I think I
What
thought
did
his
you get?
evolution was there.
You both chose Tepig, didn't you?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did as well. Typic.
Thing is, Snivy's final evolution's awesome as well.
Yeah.
It's like a
Really?
big
I just hate him.
grass
I hate the look
dragon.
on his face.
He looks so smug,
Stupid
doesn't he?
scumbag.
That's really harsh.
No, I genuinely don't like.
He does look a bit smug.
I
Yeah.
don't
I
like
can't
it.
stand the look at him.
No.
Or Oshawott, though. I,
like-
don't like Oshawott's stupid face. He looks sad all the time. Lighten up, mate. You're a Pokemon. Life is good.
He's captured
No, he's not
within
really
a
captured,
capsule
yeah.
all the time.
That's what a lot
Can
of
be
the
a very
story.
nice-
That's what a lot of the story is about. And I sort of agree with the bad guys, but I assume there's something bigger coming. There's going to be a twist where they're not actually releasing them. They're
One
gonna
of the
make him into one big Pokemon.
I think, in my mind, those Pokeballs are like the TARDIS, and they're like
Yeah.
massive
Yeah,
inside.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you watch the anime, you do often see inside. Well, often on occasion you see inside Pokeballs. They're like little health spa for Pokemon.
Are
Thing
they?
is,
They got
uh,
little drinks. in
Have a
there and
nice
everything.
time.
what kind of life is that? I'd rather be dead.
There's a great question in the game. One of the statisticians asks you what you want to be when you grow up, and one is like, you can be a trainer, a professor, or a Pokemon.
Didn't realise that was
Is that an option?
It's something to aspire
Being
to
a
be.
Pokemon?
I want to grow up to be a Pokemon.
Awesome.
That's
Fair
good
enough.
to me. Yeah. Which one though?
Which one? Oshawott.
No,
Rubbish.
rubbish.
I'm going to choose Tepig when I start Black and White.
Yeah.
Although now I'm feeling sorry for
Everyone. What about
Snivy
poor
now.
Snivy?
Don't.
I'm
But
gonna,
I think I get fire and water Pokemon. Grass is like,
Yeah.
what's
Grass
grass?
is rubbish.
I don't even get water.
What is it effective against?
Girls. Fire.
No, water's pretty powerful though.
Water is, yeah.
Grass is effective against
My
water.
my Feraligatr on Heart Gold is he knows his stuff.
He's been around.
I'd say I don't understand when a grass Pokemon does an attack and it's super effective. I just go, how can that be super
grass.
What,
soaks
what
up
are
water,
they good
doesn't it?
against and bad against?
Water and rock.
rock? I don't understand how grass can be good against rock.
Because the roots
Because the
bore
roots,
down
I guess,
into rock
like
and break it up.
moss.
But he doesn't have time to do that. If you just run up to a rock with a leaf and start setting about
Slapping
it,
it.
what are you doing? Bolt. As they
What's the
say.
ones like razor leaves? That always gets me. Razor leaves. That thing.
Yeah.
Sharp leaves. I've been cut by a leaf before. You
Yeah.
Me too.
want to watch out for those.
So that's that question
I've been
comprehensively
cut
answered.
by a leaf before.
And grass.
Yeah, a leaf
Oh,
of
yeah.
paper.
So thanks for your question, Matthew. Any mention of Pokemon just results in a
Yeah.
10-minute awesome passage of conversation. Snowy Allcroft on Twitter, whose real name is Adam Allcroft,
I thought it was a girl.
simply asks, does extended use hurt your eyes?
So they say. That's
Obviously,
it.
he's asking about 3DS there, not
okay.
anything else, you filthy-minded man.
I think it doesn't anything more than anything else. In fairness, like
Extended
if you,
use.
If you watch TV for too long, it's going to hurt your eyes. If you,
I think it
go
depends on the
computer
game,
too
doesn't
long-
it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I did a Ridge Racer. I must have played that for like 6 hours solid when I was doing the review. Played it for more than that, obviously, but for at one point, I've played it for that solid, and noticed no ill effects. I think it's different for different people. I'm not saying that's
That's what the
case for
depth
everyone.
slide is there for, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's the thing.
If it's like 3D
Yeah.
and it's making you feel weird, then just turn it down.
Yeah.
I found that when I go from using the 3D screen to looking at a 2D monitor, it's a bit like that Guitar Hero effect where the walls
Yeah.
start
Everything looks 3D.
sliding. Everything starts to look a little bit 3D, but it wears off very quickly.
Every time I look at a 3DS, I go instantly after finish the look at my phone. Just go, I thought it was 3D.
Did you, when we were
Easily
reviewing,
pleased.
did you review Nintendogs completely in 3D, or did you turn it up and down depending on?
I was
That's how I did
bouncing
Pez, because I was like, for replays, I'd turn it up to 3D and go, oh, awesome. But during sort of general play, I just turn it off. So
That's what I did. Playing
it's
Pez.
kind of up to you, really.
Depends on the games. Because I Ridge Racer on 2D, it was fine, but I just thought this is for some
It-
reason
it
this
genuinely
isn't
has an
exciting me.
effect
It
on the
genuinely
gameplay, yeah.
affects. Yeah, how it plays.
Yeah, good question, Adam. Thank you for tweeting us. The last, second to last question is from at RDVID,
Catchy. It's catchy.
aka David Oppenheim, who says, "Hi, my name is David Oppenheim, 19 years old, and live in Rotterdam. If you may pick one 3DS launch title, what will it be?"
That was on Twitter.
That was on
He had
Twitter.
140 characters. And
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
wasted it. But tell us what his
Yeah,
name
I
was.
think he's used up his full character allocation.
Actually,
there.
that's very clever.
He got his
That's
question
very-
in.
That's good.
Very efficient.
Yeah.
I would go for Nintendogs. I think.
Yeah.
I think Chris is going to say Street Fighter, but I'm not a big fighting game fan.
I'm actually going to say Ridge Racer. Although I gave Street Fighter a higher score, more because of all the online features and stuff it has. It's a better game for fans of that genre. But I've always been a big Ridge Racer fan, so I'm still going to go with that, even though Street Fighter is a better game.
I can't wait to have a go on Pilot Wings.
Yeah, me too.
I'm snapping that up straight away. I don't care how long it lasts.
It's not just that it's
Love
Pilot
it.
Wings. It's in Woohoo Island that appeals to me.
Yeah,
and flying
exactly,
over to that
yeah.
sword fighting platform is really cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
Fantastic. All right. And final question this month comes from Louis Lloyd Judson on Twitter,
Awesome man.
who
That's an
asks,
awesome name.
how does the Mii transfer from Wii to 3DS work? Is the option even there, Chris?
Yes, it is. When you make your Mii's and you go into the Mii Maker on the 3DS, you're given options to either make that a little QR code thing, which you can then take a photo of and spawn a Mii, or you can connect to either another 3DS or the Wii. And to do the Wii, you select the connect to Wii option in 3DS, and then it tells you to go to the Me channel on your Wii, and there's a secret code you can put in. Where you like press 4 buttons and then hold another 2 buttons down, and then it adds an extra option which is connect handheld.
Does the 3DS tell you that code?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when
It's
you
clever stuff, isn't
it
it?
is clever, and then when you put that, I don't know if that was maybe designed for other games. I'm not sure if that works with maybe the walking game or something. I can't remember. But yeah, that option has always been in the Wii since it came out, and it unlocks when you press the 4 buttons.
Yeah.
And then you use that to connect to and just drag and drop Mii's to and from.
There's lots of
both
little
systems.
extra bits of functionality in the 3DS that not many people know about.
Very clever stuff.
Which is all coincidentally explained in the issue on sale now, £3.99.
yeah, snap it up.
And
Comes
in the
with a-
videos that we've been doing,
Yeah, but they're
Well,
not
what's
quite
that?
as good.
they're better.
Comes with a free carry case. What does your Nintendo TV episode come free with? A sense of
My
awesome?
face,
Comes free with Jack.
which is on my scale better than a million carry cases
Is your scale.
Your face is better than...
and a million carry
is your
cases.
scale. The
You
It's
take
scale
an
that
of
to the
unusual
bank.
scale.
You can take that to the bank.
Scale of lies.
I will take that to the bank.
Awesome.
Awesome. So now it's this month's competition. Okay, this month's competition, we asked you to write the best fan fiction you can from hopefully some obscure and fairly irrelevant games, inspired by the Road Rash novel, which we read out in a silly voice last month.
Oh, amazing voice.
Thank you, Neil West. So the top three, we've got the top three. Third place, Chris, is who?
Third place is from James Riding. He did DuckTales, which I'm not just doing it just because it's DuckTales. That's obviously what he was aiming for.
Yes, you are.
But it's quite good. I'll read a bit of it. I'll read it all because it's quite long. The darkness was closing in. Night would soon fall. As he stared forward through the grim, murky expanse of the cave, Scrooge McDuck knew what he had to do. His right hand grasped his battle-scarred pogo stick, and he felt a sudden surge of pride. It was given to him as a badge of honour from the elder Duck clan for his lifelong commitment to the stealing of hamburgers and money. For once in his life, he regretted not taking the free lift from that weird rooster back to Duckburg. No time to think, thought Scrooge. He tilted his top hat, took one last gasp of air, and jumped.
Awesome.
Good.
I like that.
That bit about the
And-
pogo stick was slightly obscene, wasn't it?
I like that.
That was filthy.
That's my favourite bit.
The fact it's battle scarred as well.
Yeah.
It's just,
It's seen some things, this pogo stick.
you better believe it.
Gav's taking his trousers off.
You guys know me.
We've tried.
Steve, you've got the second placed entrant.
This is from Leo McKitten.
That's an amazing name.
McKitten.
Leo McKitten.
I do prefer dogs.
It's not on the McDonald's menu, but it's still quite good.
I'd be up for that. McKitten.
McKitten.
As long as you get some dips.
He's written about My Fireplace, The Great Mystery.
Awesome.
A warm crackle sounded gently in the corner. It was cold outside, but nothing could stop the intense heat from the glowing fire. As snow fell on the street, the smoke rose from an altar of flames, slowly melting the bright candles situated above the it. Hang on, slight typo there. Leo.
That's why second.
We'll smooth over it. A fireplace. It was warm as I looked into the flames, my eyes burning slightly from the heat. After stirring for a few minutes, I threw another heavy log, dry and brittle from the long summer, onto the embers. Suddenly, a fierce pillar of flame tunneled up from the bright, fiery inferno. I jumped back in fear, but there was nothing to worry about. I sat back down.
That's brilliant. I
Really
think-
good. What listeners won't have appreciated is Steve's eyebrow movement during to indicate extra intrigue. really nice touch.
I think James Riding should get an extra point for including a dedication on his DuckTales.
Where is he dedicated?
Dedicated to Oscar.
Oscar and Capcom.
Oh, sorry,
for
I
making
should
such
say-
an excellent game.
Leo McKitten is his username. His actual name is Felix Mountain Reeve.
Felix like a cat.
Felix
Felix the cat.
Yeah.
This guy's
See what he's done.
amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Felix. And the winner, Gav.
Oh, Felix.
You got to do
winner
your best
Is
silly voice.
Ryan Earnshaw. I won't tell you what game. Let's see if you can guess.
Okay.
It's about the fourth word in, so you should be all right. The beat started, and the ball was thrown. Mr. Game & Watch reached for the ball in a moment that seemed to last a lifetime. Then, beep! And began the sport of kings. Sweat dripped down his brow, and he felt the tension. Everything balanced on this game. Then he saw the ball fall again, and another beep! He couldn't help but think of all he had given up to get here. Follow Mr. Game & Watch through a roller coaster ride as he fights to become a ball champion. You don't get to the ball game without making a few enemies.
That is a brilliant last line. Really good.
I also like how he just first Ryan.
Too cool.
Cheers, man.
Good work, Ryan.
Well done, Ryan.
You've won a frankly bizarre range of prizes. Some De Blob figures, a Doctor Who Wii Remote, a GTA Chinatown Wars t-shirt.
The Bob figures are amazing.
Yeah,
They are good.
I tried to skip out.
Really good.
Steve said I wasn't allowed.
And just for a change, we thought we'd talk about Pokemon.
It's a little known game from Japan.
For this month's competition, we've got a Zoroark plush toy, an official Pokemon Black and White t-shirt, and wait for it, a signed picture of One Direction.
It's signed by all 5
Yeah.
of them.
Really?
All of them. Which one's your favourite, Steve?
The middle one.
Yep.
I like sporty direction.
I like the one who doesn't really look like he's a good singer, but he always looks kind of scared.
One
When
of
he's
them looks
singing.
like he's 38 years old.
One of them looks like he's 5.
Is he the one that got booted out the year before?
What?
One of them get booted out X Factor the year before,
Yeah,
and then
I
get.
think so,
let
yeah.
back
I
on.
don't know anything.
I asked
about
the One Direction guys what their favourite Pokemon was. One of them said the Lion King.
Oh my god!
I wish I'd made that up because it was very funny, but
That should have
just
been
said
on Nintendo TV.
the Lion
King.
King.
You should have included that.
It just didn't make any sense, Tom. I know you would do whatever you want on the website, but I have standards on my show.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know where you begin with that. How did
Well,
you
one of them
get to
said
that?
Pikachu, and the other one went, "Oh, that's so I knew you were going to say that. I should have said Charizard." And then one of them went, "Lion King." It's quite funny.
He's also the one that still needs interview training.
Yeah.
He's also learned not
He's
to
the one
just blurt
who's
things out.
Come on, Tommy.
He just blurts things out. Like, caravans.
I like turtles.
So yeah, you can win all that stuff. I think the One Direction signed picture could be worth, if they go on to sell millions,
I did
Pence.
check eBay.
if they become the new Beatles.
You get between £5 and £6 for that on eBay.
Yeah,
Really?
5 or 6.
Serious?
Maybe
You
I
could buy a
might,
copy of O&M for
I
that.
might enter under a pseudonym, sell it on eBay, and retire.
Just going to
early.
rob it from the
So what we're asking you to do this month is to invent a new Pokemon type, complete with name, draw us a picture, tell us what type he is and what his moves are, preferably new ones.
Yeah.
Please remember that Pokemon naming convention dictates that Pokemon's names do not end in Mon.
Yeah.
Many people just fall straight into that trap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's...
I'm one of those people.
No such thing as guitar Mon, microphone Mon. Just
that
stop
mean I
it.
need
One
yeah,
Direction
it's very
One
unimaginative.
Direction, man. No.
One
Is that
Direction. Oh, could have used that earlier.
Could have.
Oh well. So email us your entries to onm@futurenet.com with the subject heading podcast 20 competition. Next month we will be talking about
Pokemon.
more Pokemon probably. The
new
issue we're
Pokemon
working on
section.
right now includes a Pokemon interview with the makers. What's the guy called? Masuda.
Junichi Masuda.
Junichi
And Ken
Masuda.
Sugimori.
We're going to be running a feature on what you want to see in Super Mario Brothers 3D. Wow. And also previewing Zelda Skyward Sword and Ocarina of Time. It's on sale April the 14th, and the new podcast will be live the same day. Until then, it's goodbye.
Bye.
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 Bye.